So, a big part of horticulture is taking leaves, stems, cuttings, all kinds of parts of the plant and making them into new plants, essentially forcing the plants to clone themselves. Had a couple of things here I was about to plant in the ground. These cuttings and leaves, once they're taken off of a plant, need to dry for anywhere from 2 to 4 days. These have been sitting here for 3 days. These cuttings, for example, this cutting of a Sedum adolphi has been dry for about 3 days, and you see that lovely little callus, if the camera could focus. And letting it callus like this prevents an infection, it prevents it rotting away. So now that's dried, we're going to put it in a container that's often kept pretty wet with a bunch of other things that are growing without roots. We also have another one. This is a sprig of a Sedum rubra aka a jelly bean plant. Same thing. The camera is absolutely not going to focus on this, but it's dried out the bottom. We're also going to stick this right in the ground. A couple other things. We have leaves, and these are very tiny, of Sedum rubra again. That plant we just pulled off right there. And these are actually going to go directly into the soil. So these we're just going to pop into the soil like this. We're going to water them, and eventually, you can see that this is one that's much older, has actually started growing again. And you can see that a lot of leaves for different types of succulents will start growing out of where they are pulled from the stem. This is very hit and miss. It takes a lot of practice. But you can see as long as we water in between, you can see this nice little trail of water. Over time, eventually a lot of them will start growing leaves again. So we're going to plant the rest of these, and maybe about half of them will live and become adults, but for starting from such tiny leaves, well, any of them surviving is considered a win.